Beware. 10 evident signs that there is an evil person next to you. Wisdom life lessons. Beware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance. George Bernard Shaw. In a world where we constantly strive to find goodness in others, it's crucial to recognize that not everyone shares our values or intentions. While our hearts yearn for a better world and we place our hopes in people, it's essential to remain vigilant. Unfortunately, we occasionally encounter individuals who harbor malicious intentions, and if we're not careful, we can be deeply hurt by them. Understanding the signs of such toxic individuals can help protect us from their harmful influence. You might have come across someone who, without hesitation, inflicts emotional pain on others, exploits their weaknesses, and feels no remorse. Often these behaviors are so insidious and subtle that we don't even realize we're dealing with a truly bad person. In this video, we'll explore 10 evident signs that someone around you may be evil and how to navigate such challenging encounters. Whether it's someone who consistently makes you feel guilty or a person who pretends to be friendly to your face while disparaging you behind your back, recognizing these behaviors is vital. It's not just strangers who might disrupt your peace. Sometimes it could be members of your own family. Family is a blessing, but unfortunately some individuals gravitate towards negativity and malevolence. Before we dive into the first sign, remember to hit the like button if you appreciate insights on wisdom and life lessons. If you want, you can leave a comment. People want to see you well, but never better than them. This is a hard truth we must acknowledge. Let's begin this journey. Number 1. Pleasure in others' pain. Sometimes we come across individuals whose actions and attitudes can deeply affect our well-being. Understanding the signs of such negative influences is crucial to maintaining our mental and emotional health. One of the most telling indicators of an evil person is their pleasure in others' pain. If you've ever met someone who seems to find joy in others' suffering, it's a clear red flag. This behavior, characterized by laughing or smiling when someone else is going through a hard time, shows a complete lack of empathy. Such individuals not only ignore the pain of others, but might also actively create situations to witness and revel in others' misery. Imagine a coworker who, instead of helping when you're swamped with work, mocks your struggles. Or think about a friend who, upon hearing about your personal issues, cracks jokes rather than offering support. These reactions are not just insensitive, they reveal a deep-seated cruelty. A modern-day example might resonate with you. Picture a workplace scenario. You're stressed, deadlines are looming, and you could really use a hand. Instead of lending a helping hand, a particular colleague finds amusement in your predicament, perhaps making sarcastic remarks or gossiping about your situation to others. This behavior isn't just unkind, it's harmful and indicative of a malicious character. This type of person may go as far as to stir up trouble intentionally, spreading rumors or creating conflicts, just to sit back and enjoy the chaos they've caused. Their pleasure in seeing others distressed is a clear indication of their malevolent nature. But what can we do about it? Recognizing these signs early is the first step to safeguarding yourself. Think about the people in your life. Are there those who consistently find humor in your difficulties? Do they seem to thrive on gossip and conflict? If so, it's essential to create distance from such individuals. Protecting your emotional health is paramount, and sometimes that means setting boundaries with those who bring negativity into your life. Let's consider another scenario, perhaps one more relatable to everyday life. You have a friend who, whenever you share a personal triumph, seems to downplay your success or shifts the conversation to something negative. When you're facing challenges, instead of offering comfort, they might say something like, "Well, what did you expect?" Or, "I told you this would happen." These comments are not just discouraging. They reflect a deeper, more sinister delight in your struggles. An open-ended question for you to ponder: Have you ever felt that someone in your circle genuinely enjoys seeing you fail? Reflecting on this can help you identify if there are toxic individuals in your life who might be secretly reveling in your hardships. The story of Jane, a young professional, highlights this well. Jane had a colleague named Mark who always seemed overly interested in her challenges. When Jane had a project go south, Mark's reaction wasn't one of support, but of barely concealed delight. He would share her failures with others under the guise of concern, but was never there with a solution or a word of encouragement. Over time, Jane realized that Mark's behavior was affecting her mental health, leading her to feel isolated and unsupported. She made the tough decision to limit her interactions with him, which greatly improved her work environment and emotional state. It's crucial to recognize the signs of an evil person in your life. Those who take pleasure in others' pain, who spread gossip, create conflicts, and thrive on seeing others suffer are not people you need around. By identifying these traits and taking steps to distance yourself from such individuals, you protect your own emotional health and well-being. Stay vigilant and trust your instincts. If someone's behavior consistently leaves you feeling worse about yourself, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. Your peace of mind and happiness should always come first. So, what are you doing today to protect your emotional well-being and distance yourself from negativity? Remember, the choice to surround yourself with positive, supportive people is one of the best decisions you can make for your overall happiness. Number 2, need to control your life. Let's dive into the traits of truly evil individuals, focusing specifically on their overwhelming need to control your life. Imagine a person who has an insatiable urge to dominate every aspect of their surroundings and the lives of those around them. This need for control stems from deep-seated insecurities and a desire to feel powerful. It's not just about having things go their way. It's about ensuring that they hold the reins in every situation. Have you ever had a boss who insists on micromanaging every detail of your work, not to help or mentor you, but to assert their dominance? Or perhaps a friend who always decides the plans, never considering your preferences and making you feel like your opinions don't matter. These controlling behaviors are more than just annoying. They can be suffocating and harmful. Think of the partner who constantly checks up on you, not out of genuine concern for your well-being, but because they need to know your every move to feel secure. This kind of behavior is a red flag for manipulation and control. They create rigid rules, set expectations that are impossible to meet, and often resort to emotional blackmail to keep you under their thumb. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If your thoughts and actions are constantly being monitored and controlled by someone else, how can you ever achieve true happiness? Let's break down why these behaviors are dangerous. When someone exerts this level of control over you, they strip away your autonomy, making you dependent on their approval and guidance. This can lead to a loss of self-confidence and self-worth. An evil person thrives on this dependency, using it to manipulate and exploit you further. It's like a vicious cycle, where the more control they have, the more they crave, and the more you lose yourself in the process. Have you noticed anyone in your life trying to control every aspect of your existence? If so, how does it make you feel? Do you find yourself constantly second-guessing your actions, worried about their reaction? One of the most insidious tactics of controlling individuals is emotional blackmail. They know exactly how to manipulate your emotions to get what they want. They might guilt-trip you into doing something or make you feel responsible for their happiness. This emotional manipulation is a powerful tool for them because it preys on your empathy and desire to maintain harmony. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When someone else controls your emotions and actions, you are no longer the master of your own life. It's crucial to recognize these controlling behaviors early on and set clear boundaries to protect your independence and emotional well-being. Boundaries are not just a way to protect yourself. They are a statement of your self-worth and autonomy. They say to the controlling person, "I value myself too much to allow you to dominate me. It's important to remember that you have the right to make your own decisions, to live your life according to your values, and to maintain your individuality. How can you start setting these boundaries? What are some small steps you can take today to reclaim your autonomy? In many cases, distancing yourself from the controlling individual is necessary. This can be challenging, especially if the person is a close friend, family member, or partner. However, your mental and emotional health must come first. Surround yourself with supportive people who respect your boundaries and encourage your independence. Reflecting on the wisdom of Epictetus, who said, "No man is free who is not master of himself," consider how much freedom you truly have in your current relationships. Are there people who encourage your growth, or are they stifling your potential with their need for control? Dealing with a controlling person requires courage and self-awareness. It's about recognizing the signs, understanding the impact on your life, and taking decisive action to reclaim your power. You deserve to live a life where you make the choices, where your thoughts and opinions are valued, and where your happiness is not dependent on someone else's need to control. How will you take back control of your life? What steps will you take to ensure that you are the master of your own destiny? In conclusion, recognizing the signs of a controlling person is the first step toward protecting yourself. Setting boundaries, seeking support, and sometimes making the tough decision to distance yourself are all crucial steps in maintaining your independence. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Ensure your thoughts are your own, free from the manipulations of others. Your life is yours to control. Take it back and live it fully. How will you start this journey today? Number 3. Strange feeling when you're around them. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts," reminding us to protect our mental state from toxic influences. One of the most evident signs that you're dealing with a malicious person is the unsettling feeling you get when they're near. This discomfort can manifest as tiredness, restlessness, or a general sense of unease. Think of a family gathering where everyone is enjoying themselves, but one person's presence consistently makes you tense and uncomfortable. Even without direct confrontation, their mere presence can generate a feeling of unease, hinting at their negative energy or hidden malicious intentions. Similarly, consider a coworker who leaves you feeling anxious or drained whenever they approach. You may not be able to pinpoint the exact cause, but your body and mind intuitively recognize something is amiss. These sensations are not to be ignored. Our instincts often detect subtle cues that our conscious mind might overlook. Constantly feeling uncomfortable around someone is a red flag indicating their possible ill intentions. Heeding these feelings is essential for avoiding harmful situations and preserving your inner tranquility. As Seneca wisely stated, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," emphasizing the importance of trusting our instincts to protect our mental and emotional well-being. In the modern world, where interactions are frequent and diverse, tuning into these intuitive warnings can save us from much distress. If you find yourself consistently feeling on edge or drained in someone's presence, it's crucial to evaluate the nature of your relationship with them. Are they contributing positively to your life, or are they subtly draining your energy? Remember, maintaining your inner peace should always be a priority. By acknowledging these feelings and taking them seriously, you can create boundaries to protect yourself from potential harm. This doesn't mean reacting with hostility or paranoia, but rather being mindful and cautious. Evaluate the actions and behaviors of the person causing you discomfort. Are there patterns of manipulation, deceit, or selfishness? These are strong indicators of a toxic individual. In Stoicism, there's a profound emphasis on the company we keep. As Epictetus reminds us, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Therefore, Surround yourself with those who emit positivity and inspire you to be your best self. In professional settings, if a colleague's presence is persistently unsettling, consider seeking support from HR or a trusted advisor. At social gatherings, prioritize spending time with those who make you feel at ease and valued. Protecting your peace is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom and strength. Modern life is replete with challenges and stressors. The last thing we need is to allow toxic individuals to add to our burdens. Pay attention to your body's signals and trust your gut feelings. This self-awareness and proactive approach can significantly enhance your quality of life. By doing so, you embrace a fundamental Stoic principle: the importance of inner peace and resilience. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, and by extension, the quality of the company you keep. Always be vigilant and trust your instincts when it comes to your interactions with others. Your well-being and peace of mind are invaluable. By recognizing and distancing yourself from those who bring negative energy, you uphold your inner tranquility and cultivate a life surrounded by positivity and genuine connections. Thank you for joining us in today's video. Before we move on to the next segment, I'd like to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude. It's truly a pleasure to have you as a member of our community. Please feel free to share your story or personal impressions in the comments. If you're unsure what to say, simply comment, "I am a newbie," if you've just joined us, or "I am Stoic," if you've been with us for a while. Your engagement not only shows your presence but also inspires and motivates us. All right, let's continue this journey together, shall we? Number 4, lack of responsibility. When you encounter someone who consistently evades responsibility for their actions, you may be dealing with a deeply troubling personality. These individuals are quick to blame others whenever something goes awry, skillfully positioning themselves as victims to avoid accountability. This behavior isn't just frustrating. It's a hallmark of an evil persona, someone who manipulates and distorts reality for their own benefit. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine working on a crucial project with a colleague who makes a significant mistake. Instead of owning up to their error, they swiftly point fingers at you or other team members, declaring that everyone but them is at fault. This kind of conduct not only fosters a toxic work environment but also leaves you feeling unjustly blamed and demoralized. Consider a friend who habitually finds themselves in troublesome situations. Rather than reflecting on their choices, they always have a convenient scapegoat. If they're late for a meeting, it's due to traffic or someone else's fault. If their plans fall apart, it's never their poor planning but the actions of others. Such people masterfully shift blame and, more insidiously, often make you feel guilty for their missteps. They manipulate circumstances so deftly that you end up apologizing for issues you didn't create, which can be emotionally exhausting and gradually chip away at your self-esteem. Recognizing these behaviors is vital for safeguarding your mental and emotional health. Individuals who refuse to accept responsibility can entrap you in a cycle of guilt and manipulation, which is draining and detrimental to your well-being. Let me share a story from modern life to illustrate this point further. Imagine you're part of a small startup. Everyone's workload is heavy and teamwork is crucial. One team member, let's call him John, consistently misses deadlines, causing project delays. Whenever confronted, John always has an excuse ready. It's never his lack of time management, but issues like the software malfunctioning or the team's communication failing. His repeated deflections start to wear on the team's morale. You find yourself staying late to cover for his lapses, feeling increasingly resentful and stressed. Over time, John's refusal to take responsibility starts affecting your mental health, making you question your competence and value in the team. So, how do you handle such a situation? Start by setting clear boundaries and communicating openly about your expectations. When John tries to deflect blame, calmly bring the conversation back to the specific issue and his role in it. Use statements like, "I understand there were difficulties," But let's discuss how we can manage deadlines more effectively next time. If the behavior persists, it might be necessary to escalate the issue to a higher authority, or consider distancing yourself from the person if possible. What can we learn from this? The lesson here is profound. Your well-being is paramount, and part of maintaining it involves surrounding yourself with people who take ownership of their actions. Ask yourself, how do I ensure that I hold myself and others accountable? Open-ended questions like these help deepen your understanding and prompt introspection. It's essential to build a circle of influence composed of individuals who practice responsibility and honesty, as this fosters a supportive and healthy environment for everyone involved. Identifying and distancing yourself from those who habitually shirk responsibility is crucial. It's not just about avoiding discomfort. It's about preserving your mental health and fostering an environment where you and others can thrive. The next time you encounter someone who blames everyone else for their problems, remember this lesson and take steps to protect your well-being. By doing so, you not only enhance your life but also set a standard for others to follow. Stay vigilant, hold yourself and others accountable, and cultivate a space where honesty and responsibility are the norms. This practice will lead to more meaningful relationships and a healthier, more positive life. Number 5. Habit of lying. Imagine this: you're talking with a coworker who constantly boasts about their accomplishments, telling grandiose tales that seem too good to be true. Or perhaps a friend makes an excuse to miss your important event, only for you to later discover they were out having fun elsewhere. These are not just isolated incidents, they are signs of a deeper issue. The habit of lying, a trait often found in individuals with evil intentions. Such people lie for their own benefit, to manipulate situations, or simply for the thrill of deceiving others. This behavior shows a blatant disregard for trust and friendship, prioritizing their interests over honesty and integrity. Consider the impact of these lies on your life. How many times have you been misled by someone you thought you could trust? Lies, no matter how small, can erode trust over time and damage relationships irreparably. For instance, a partner who lies about their feelings or intentions to control you or gain an upper hand in arguments manipulates your emotions and decisions, leaving you feeling confused and betrayed. Such deception is not only disrespectful but also harmful to your emotional well-being. Reflect on how these lies affect your interactions with others. Gossip and misinformation can create rifts among friends and colleagues, causing unnecessary conflicts and tension. An individual who spreads such falsehoods often does so to divert attention from their shortcomings or to create chaos for their amusement. These manipulative tactics are a clear indication of their disregard for others' feelings and the lengths they will go to maintain their facade. The essence of any healthy relationship is honesty. Without it, trust crumbles, and the bond you share with others weakens. When someone habitually lies, it's crucial to recognize this behavior and address it directly. Ask yourself, is this person's presence in my life worth the constant doubt and mistrust? Can I build a meaningful relationship with someone who values deception over truth? Think about famous quotes that resonate with this issue. Mark Twain once said, "If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything." This emphasizes the simplicity and peace that comes with honesty. Living a truthful life means you don't have to keep track of your lies or worry about being caught in a web of deceit. On the other hand, individuals who lie habitually must constantly remember their fabrications, creating a complicated and stressful existence. Another profound quote by Friedrich Nietzsche states, "I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you." This highlights the lasting impact of a lie, the loss of trust. Once broken, trust is difficult to rebuild, and the relationship may never return to its former state. The emotional toll of this betrayal can linger, affecting your interactions and perceptions of others. So, how can you deal with a habitual liar? The first step is to confront the behavior. Open a dialogue and express how their lies affect you and your relationship. Use open-ended questions to encourage a deeper conversation. Why do you feel the need to lie about this? Or, How do you think these lies impact our trust? These questions not only address the issue but also prompt the liar to reflect on their actions and their consequences. If the behavior persists, consider setting boundaries. Protect your emotional health by limiting interactions with those who cannot be honest. This might mean distancing yourself from a friend or reevaluating a partnership. While this can be a difficult decision, it's essential for maintaining your peace of mind and integrity. Remember, it's better to have fewer honest relationships than many built on falsehoods. Moreover, cultivate a circle of trust with individuals who value honesty and integrity. Surrounding yourself with truthful people will reinforce positive behavior and provide a supportive network that values your well-being. Share your experiences and feelings with these trusted friends to gain perspective and advice on handling deceitful individuals. Lastly, reflect on your own behavior. Are there moments when you might be tempted to lie, even about trivial matters? Consider the long-term effects of these lies and strive to uphold honesty in your actions and words. By being truthful, you set a standard for those around you and contribute to a culture of trust and respect. The habit of lying is a significant red flag that someone may have evil intentions or at least a severe lack of respect for others. Recognizing this behavior and its impact on your life is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships. Confront the lies, set boundaries if necessary, and surround yourself with honest individuals. By doing so, you protect your integrity and ensure that your relationships are built on a foundation of trust. As you navigate these challenges, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Number 6. Absence of remorse. Have you ever found yourself doubting your reality, questioning your feelings, or feeling manipulated by someone close to you? Recognizing the signs of an evil person can protect your emotional well-being and foster healthier relationships. Let's delve into one of the most telling signs: the absence of remorse. Evil people are often devoid of remorse for their actions. They never feel guilty about the negative impact they have on others, showcasing a blatant disregard for empathy and morality. When confronted, they twist the situation to make you doubt your perception of reality, leaving you confused and questioning yourself. Take, for instance, a colleague who takes credit for your work. When you bring it up, instead of showing regret, they justify their actions by claiming that you wouldn't have achieved it alone, or that they were merely helping you shine. This behavior reveals a deeply selfish and manipulative character. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury," highlighting the importance of maintaining your integrity in the face of such manipulation. Consider another example: a friend who constantly makes malicious or hurtful comments. When you try to discuss how those comments affect you, they laugh it off, saying you're overreacting or that you're too sensitive. This response not only demonstrates a lack of remorse but also attempts to distort your perception of reality, making you question your feelings. Seneca wisely noted, "A man's as miserable as he thinks he is," reminding us that we have the power to reclaim our emotional state, despite others' attempts to undermine it. These people are masters at turning the situation around. If you point out a mistake or harmful behavior, they quickly become the victims, making you feel guilty for raising the issue. This form of emotional manipulation is a clear sign that the person has no true remorse for their actions and is more concerned with protecting their image. Recognizing this absence of remorse is crucial for your emotional health. As Epictetus advised, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, encouraging us to maintain control over our responses and not let manipulative behavior dictate our emotions. People who don't feel guilt for hurting others can continue repeating these harmful behaviors, knowing there will be no real consequences for them. Identifying this trait and setting clear boundaries is essential to protecting yourself and maintaining healthy relationships. In modern life, we often encounter individuals who mask their lack of remorse with charisma or superficial charm, making it harder to recognize their true nature. Therefore, it becomes imperative to stay vigilant and trust your instincts. As you navigate your relationships, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how, as Friedrich Nietzsche, inspired by Stoic principles, once said. This quote underscores the importance of finding your purpose and strength to withstand and move past the harmful influences of those who lack remorse. If someone repeatedly shows a lack of remorse, it's important to consider distancing yourself from that person to preserve your well-being. In today's fast-paced world, where interactions are often fleeting and superficial, maintaining emotional health requires a conscious effort to surround yourself with genuinely empathetic individuals. By recognizing the absence of remorse and taking proactive steps to protect yourself, you can cultivate a more supportive and nurturing environment. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. Remember, your well-being is paramount, and by setting boundaries, you ensure that those around you respect and value your emotional health. Ultimately, dealing with people who lack remorse is a challenge that tests your resilience and self-awareness. By staying true to your values and not allowing their manipulative tactics to undermine your sense of reality, you strengthen your emotional fortitude. As the Stoics taught us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By embodying this principle, you can rise above the negativity and maintain your integrity, ensuring that you live a life aligned with your true self, free from the toxic influence of those who lack remorse. Thanks for being in this video. What are some signs you have noticed in your own experiences that made you question someone's true intentions? Have you ever dealt with a person you believe was truly harmful or evil? And how did you handle the situation? If you're unsure about what to comment, you might share a personal experience where you felt someone's negative influence or describe how you've applied Stoic principles to protect yourself from harmful individuals. This Stoic wisdom encourages us to live with honesty and integrity, fostering genuine connections with those around us. How will you apply this wisdom in your own life to ensure your relationships are built on trust and truth? For example, you could start with, I once encountered a person who, or Stoicism has helped me deal with difficult people by. Number 7. Cruelty. Cruelty is a glaring sign of an evil person. These individuals often act openly and maliciously, using words and actions to hurt others. They lack empathy and take pleasure in causing suffering. Picture a coworker who never hesitates to make hurtful or humiliating comments in front of others, pointing out your faults cruelly or ridiculing your ideas during meetings, not to provide constructive criticism, but to demoralize you. This behavior not only destroys team morale, but also creates a toxic and oppressive work environment. Or consider a friend who jokes about your insecurities or personal problems, knowing full well that it hurts you. They might mock something you shared in confidence, and seem to enjoy seeing your pain. This lack of empathy and pleasure in others' discomfort are clear indicators of a cruel person. They may also be aggressive, both verbally and physically. For instance, a partner who regularly insults you or physically abuses you demonstrates open cruelty. The intent behind such actions is to hurt and control, showing a total disregard for your dignity and well-being. Recognizing cruelty is crucial to protect your emotional and physical integrity. People who exhibit such behavior have no consideration for others' feelings and can cause deep and lasting harm. Setting boundaries and distancing yourself from these individuals is vital for your safety and peace of mind. If you're facing cruelty, don't hesitate to seek support and take steps to protect yourself. Picture yourself in a bustling office where every day feels like a battle. There's a particular colleague who thrives on making others feel small. Every meeting becomes a stage for their cutting remarks, and every project discussion is overshadowed by their need to belittle others. This isn't constructive criticism aimed at helping the team improve. It's a deliberate attempt to undermine and control, to enjoy seeing others squirm under their harsh words. In such an environment, the overall morale plummets, creativity is stifled, and anxiety becomes the norm. This is a clear example of how cruelty can manifest in everyday life and the profound impact it can have on a community or workplace. Now, let's bring this closer to home. Think about a friend who always seems to have a joke at your expense. They laugh at your deepest insecurities, those vulnerable truths you shared in trust. They mock your personal problems, not out of ignorance, but out of a deliberate attempt to make you feel worse. When they see the hurt in your eyes, they don't stop. Instead, they seem to take a twisted pleasure in your discomfort. This isn't the behavior of a true friend. True friends uplift and support, whereas cruel people find satisfaction in others' misery. Let's not forget the intimate relationships where cruelty can be even more damaging. A partner who insults you regularly or resorts to physical abuse is demonstrating the height of cruelty. The intention here is to dominate, to break your spirit, and to control you through fear and pain. Such actions reflect a complete disregard for your dignity and well-being. It's important to recognize these signs early and take steps to protect yourself. Emotional and physical abuse leaves deep scars, and the longer you stay in such a toxic environment, the harder it becomes to heal. Cruelty can also be seen in subtler forms, like passive-aggressive comments that are just sharp enough to sting but can be easily dismissed as jokes if you confront them. These microaggressions accumulate over time, eroding your self-esteem and creating an environment of constant tension and self-doubt. For example, a boss who consistently undermines your achievements or makes snide remarks about your abilities is engaging in a form of cruelty that can severely impact your mental health and job performance. It's not always the loud, overt acts of cruelty that do the most damage. Sometimes it's the quiet, insidious ones that slowly chip away at your confidence and sense of self-worth. Think about how these behaviors show up in your life. Do you have a coworker, friend, or partner who makes you feel less than, who seems to take joy in your pain or struggles? How do these interactions affect your daily life and your sense of self? What steps can you take to distance yourself from these toxic influences? Engaging with these questions can help you gain clarity and take action to protect your well-being. Recognizing cruelty in someone's behavior is a powerful step towards safeguarding your emotional and physical health. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. Don't hesitate to set firm boundaries and seek support from friends, family, or professionals if you find yourself in a harmful situation. Embrace your worth and take proactive steps to remove cruelty from your life, ensuring you surround yourself with individuals who uplift and encourage you. By doing so, you reclaim your peace of mind and create a safer, more positive environment for yourself. Number 8. Friends and family warnings about the bad person's character. Friends and family often act as our protectors, guiding us with their insights and instincts when we might be too close to a situation to see it clearly. When they express concern about someone's character, it's essential to take their warning seriously. They may have observed toxic behaviors that you're unaware of, which could harm you in the long run. Imagine starting a new romantic relationship and soon hearing from your closest friends and family about the person's history of manipulation and disrespect in past relationships. It's hard to hear criticism about someone you're emotionally invested in, but it's vital to listen closely. Similarly, when beginning a new job, if colleagues quickly warn you about a supervisor who mistreats subordinates and never takes responsibility for their mistakes, it's crucial to heed these warnings. These stories are not mere gossip. They are valuable insights based on real experiences. Your friends and family have no ulterior motives. Their primary concern is your well-being. If multiple people caution you about the same individual, it's a strong indication that you should be wary. It's natural to want to give people the benefit of the doubt, especially if they're treating you well initially. However, ignoring these warnings can lead to painful situations down the line. Toxic behaviors, such as manipulation, cruelty, and irresponsibility, often repeat themselves, and what your loved ones have observed can very well happen to you. By taking these warnings seriously, You can protect yourself from unnecessary harm. Trust in the judgment of those who care about you. They can see red flags that you, being emotionally involved, might miss. Famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If someone's past behavior has been toxic, your reaction should be to remain cautious and observant. Do you find it easy to trust the judgment of your friends and family when they express concerns about someone in your life? Why might it be challenging to accept their warnings? Reflect on a time when you may have ignored such advice and the consequences that followed. Engaging with these questions helps deepen your understanding and interaction with the content. It's crucial to stay vigilant and trust the observations of those who genuinely care for your safety and happiness. This approach can save you from a lot of potential trouble and emotional distress. Navigating relationships, whether personal or professional, requires a keen sense of awareness and a willingness to listen to those who have your best interests at heart. Friends and family provide a unique perspective, often seeing things you might overlook. If they repeatedly warn you about someone's character, take it as a sign to observe and reflect. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic philosopher, advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." By distancing yourself from toxic individuals, you are not only protecting yourself but also living a life in line with your values and principles. Have you ever received a warning about someone and later realized the truth in it? What signs did you miss initially, and how can you improve your awareness in the future? These reflective questions encourage you to engage deeply with the material, ensuring you not only understand it but can also apply it to your life. Recognizing and considering the concerns of your loved ones can prevent a lot of future heartache. Trust their intentions and protect yourself from potential harm. In essence, the wisdom and life lessons from Stoicism teach us to value the counsel of those who care for us, to remain vigilant, and to act with prudence and foresight. Always value the warnings from your friends and family about someone's character. These insights, coming from an external and impartial perspective, can save you from significant trouble. As you navigate your relationships, keep the wisdom of Stoic philosophers in mind and remain open to the guidance of those who genuinely care for you. How will you apply these principles in your life moving forward? What steps can you take to ensure you heed the valuable warnings of your loved ones? Reflect on these questions and let them guide you in making more informed and protective choices in your relationships. Number 9, contempt. One of the most insidious forms of emotional manipulation is contempt. These people try to make you feel inferior by criticizing your appearance, interests, dreams, and everything else they can find. Never allow these people to change how you perceive yourself. Picture a partner who constantly criticizes your appearance, pointing out your physical flaws as if they were unpardonable sins. Comments like, "You could be more attractive if," or "Why don't you dress better?" are not constructive. They're cruel and designed to undermine your self-confidence. Similarly, a friend who mocks your interests and passions, belittling your achievements and dreams as if they were not worthy of respect, is using contempt to control you emotionally. They may laugh at your ambitions or hobbies, making you feel foolish for pursuing your goals. This type of contempt not only hurts, but also makes you doubt yourself and your abilities. People who use contempt as a tool of emotional control aim to weaken your self-esteem so you depend on them for validation and acceptance. They want to shape your self-perception to match their own interests and desires, disregarding who you truly are. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Do not let these people manipulate your self-image. Remember, you are valuable and deserve to be treated with respect and consideration. If someone is constantly belittling you, it is a clear sign that they are not interested in your emotional well-being. Protect yourself by maintaining distance from those who constantly try to diminish you, and seek relationships that foster your growth and happiness. Expanding on this, consider the impact of contempt in a workplace setting. A boss or colleague who constantly criticizes your work, ignores your ideas, or makes you feel inadequate is employing the same manipulative tactics. They might say things like, "This is not good enough," or "Why can't you be more like?" Such comments are not intended to help you improve, but to keep you in a state of self-doubt and subservience. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of self-respect and inner strength. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In modern life, it is crucial to recognize these behaviors and not internalize their negative messages. Instead, focus on your strengths and achievements, and surround yourself with people who appreciate and support you. Moreover, in social circles, contempt can be masked as tough love or honest feedback. A friend might disguise their contempt with statements like, "I'm just being honest," or "I say this because I care." However, genuine care and honesty should never make you feel worthless. Seneca once said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." True friends and partners will offer constructive criticism and encouragement, helping you grow without tearing you down. Relating this to family dynamics, a family member who constantly compares you to others, highlights your mistakes, or dismisses your successes is also showing contempt. This can be particularly damaging as it comes from someone you expect unconditional support from. Recognizing that even family members can be toxic is a hard but necessary step in protecting your self-worth. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius noted, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Keeping your thoughts positive and not allowing external negativity to influence your self-image is essential for maintaining your inner peace. In today's fast-paced world, where social media often amplifies feelings of inadequacy, it is more important than ever to be vigilant against contempt. Online interactions can be just as harmful as face-to-face ones. A person who leaves negative comments on your posts or sends you derogatory messages is attempting to control your self-perception from a distance. The anonymity of the internet can embolden people to say things they would never say in person. To counter this, focus on the supportive and positive interactions you have online, and ignore or block those who spread negativity. As Epictetus advised, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Finally, understand that overcoming the influence of contemptuous individuals requires self-awareness and resilience. Practice self-reflection to identify how these negative influences affect you and develop strategies to strengthen your self-esteem. This could include setting boundaries, seeking supportive relationships, and engaging in activities that reinforce your sense of self-worth. Remember, you are in control of your reactions and your self-perception. By recognizing and distancing yourself from contemptuous people, you take a significant step towards a happier, more fulfilling life. If you've reached this point, type "Good always triumphs over evil" in the comments. If you found this discussion insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more wisdom. Together, let's strive to be wiser and kinder every day. Number 10. Animal abuse. When it comes to recognizing the presence of malevolent individuals around us, one of the most telling signs is their treatment of animals. Cruelty towards animals is a clear indicator of a person's dark side, revealing deep-seated issues in their character. Consider a neighbor who habitually mistreats their dog, subjecting it to constant yelling and physical abuse for any minor reason. These actions inflict immense suffering on the animal and expose the abuser's lack of empathy and emotional control. Such behavior often isn't confined to animals alone, but can spill over into other aspects of their lives, affecting relationships with people as well. Think of another scenario where someone keeps their pets in deplorable conditions, neglecting their basic needs such as food, hygiene, and health care. This continuous neglect demonstrates a profound disregard for the animal's lives and well-being. It's crucial not to overlook these actions. Research shows a significant link between animal cruelty and violent behavior towards humans. Recognizing these signs can help us understand the broader implications of being around someone with such traits. Even if we are blinded by friendship, love, or respect for someone, it is vital to prioritize the safety and well-being of the animals and ourselves. Take, for instance, a modern-day story of Jane, a compassionate woman living in a bustling city. Jane noticed her coworker Mark often spoke harshly about his pets and dismissed their needs. One evening, while walking home, Jane saw Mark dragging his dog harshly on the street, yelling at it with no apparent reason. Disturbed by the scene, she felt compelled to take action. She decided to report Mark's behavior to the local animal welfare authorities, despite the potential fallout at work. Jane's actions eventually led to an investigation, revealing that Mark had been neglecting his pets for years. Her decision to intervene not only saved the animals, but also highlighted the importance of standing up against cruelty. In reflecting on these examples, ask yourself, how do the people around you treat those who are powerless, like animals? Does their behavior indicate a deeper, more troubling aspect of their character? Observing these interactions can provide significant insights into a person's true nature. Ultimately, the lesson here is clear. The way someone treats animals often mirrors their capacity for empathy and kindness. By distancing ourselves from those who exhibit cruelty, we protect not only the animals but also our own emotional and psychological well-being. If you suspect someone is being cruel to animals, take a stand. Report the behavior to the appropriate authorities to safeguard the animals and prevent future harm. Engage with your community by sharing your thoughts on this topic. What other signs of a bad person have you encountered? Leave your experiences in the comments below. Life is a journey, and the goal is to become a better person every day. We've all made mistakes that didn't show us in the best light, like bullying someone in school or telling what seemed like a harmless white lie. But chances are, you felt some guilt and learned from those experiences, growing as a result. If you're looking to keep growing as a person, here are some ways to bring out the best in yourself. 1. Don't make excuses. Blaming your spouse, boss, or clients won't get you anywhere. Instead of pointing fingers and making excuses for why you aren't happy or successful in your personal or professional life, take responsibility for your mistakes and learn from them. Doing this will help you become a better person. When I started owning up to my mistakes and shortcomings, my life turned around. I became happier and healthier, and my relationship with my wife improved. Now, we're happier than ever. 2. Be respectful. Imagine you just cleaned your home and someone walked in and tracked mud everywhere. You'd likely be upset that they didn't take off their shoes. Apply this same mindset to everyday life. Don't throw trash or cigarette butts on the floors of public restrooms or sidewalks just because someone else will clean it up. Be respectful of others' time, thoughts, ideas, lifestyles, feelings, work, and everything else. You don't have to agree with them, but everyone has a right to their opinions, and yours isn't necessarily the correct one. Letting go of anger is easier said than done. While anger is a perfectly normal emotion, you can't let it fester. When this happens, you may make unwise decisions, and more importantly, it may affect your health. Research suggests that pent-up anger can cause digestive problems, difficulty sleeping, and even heart disease. Understanding anger as an emotional response to perceived threats or injustices, often stemming from frustration or hurt, is crucial. Uncontrolled anger can lead to rash decisions and strained relationships. Physically, it can cause high blood pressure, a weakened immune system, and heart disease. Mentally, it contributes to anxiety and depression. Stoicism teaches the importance of emotional control and focusing on what we can control, helping reduce anger and frustration. Practical steps to manage anger include pausing to reflect, reframing negative thoughts, engaging in physical activities, and seeking support. By understanding and managing anger, you can make healthier choices, improve your well-being, and cultivate a more peaceful and balanced life. 4. Be helpful. Whether it's giving up your seat to an elderly person on the subway, helping a coworker with a challenging project, or carrying groceries when your spouse comes back from the store, being helpful is one of the simplest and most effective ways to practice becoming a better person. This simple act of kindness not only benefits others, but also enriches your own life. When you help others, you create a positive atmosphere around you. It can foster a sense of community and strengthen relationships. I find that the more I help others, the better I feel about myself and the world around me. Every small act of assistance, whether it's holding the door open for someone or volunteering for a local charity, contributes to a more compassionate and connected society. The ripple effect of these small acts can lead to a broader impact, inspiring others to follow suit and create a more supportive community. 5. Listen to others. Jeet Banerjee highlights on Lifehack that listening to people and giving everyone a voice is one of the greatest things you can do. Listening goes beyond just hearing words. It's about understanding and valuing the perspective of others. Banerjee shares that by taking the time to truly listen, he was able to meet some of the most amazing people, close significant deals, and develop connections that will last a lifetime. Being a good listener can have a transformative effect on your life. It can enhance your relationships, improve your communication skills, and open doors to new opportunities. When you listen attentively, you show respect and empathy, which can strengthen your bonds with others. Additionally, being a good listener can provide you with insights and knowledge that you might not have encountered otherwise. This practice not only benefits your personal growth but also contributes to a more understanding and harmonious community. Listening is a powerful tool that can change your life in profoundly positive ways, fostering deeper connections and creating a more inclusive environment. Always be polite. How much effort does it take to say thank you, or to hold the elevator door open for someone? Not much at all. However, these small acts of kindness can truly brighten someone's day. A few years ago, I made a decision that has profoundly impacted my life. No matter how rude, condescending, or unpleasant someone else may be, their behavior will not dictate mine. Politeness is a choice, and it reflects our character, not the character of those around us. By maintaining our manners and showing kindness, we create a ripple effect. One kind gesture can inspire others to act similarly, fostering a more positive and considerate community. Even in situations where we encounter negativity or hostility, responding with grace and politeness can diffuse tension and often lead to a more constructive outcome. Moreover, choosing to be polite in the face of rudeness is a powerful act of self-control and emotional intelligence. It shows that we are in command of our reactions and that we prioritize our values over momentary frustrations. This mindset not only improves our interactions with others, but also contributes to our own sense of peace and well-being. So, whether it's saying thank you, holding the door open, or simply smiling at a stranger, remember that these small acts can have a big impact. By committing to always be polite, we not only uplift those around us, but also enhance our own lives with positivity and grace. 7. Embrace change. Being open to change is a fundamental aspect of personal growth and development. It encompasses a variety of experiences, from trying a new restaurant, traveling to an unfamiliar part of the world, or doing something that has always scared you. Each of these experiences offers an opportunity to learn and grow in ways you might not have imagined. When you try a new restaurant, you expose yourself to different cuisines and cultures, broadening your palate and your understanding of the world. Traveling to a new destination, whether within your own country or abroad, allows you to experience new environments, meet diverse people, and gain fresh perspectives. Facing a fear, whether it's public speaking, skydiving, or something more personal, helps you overcome mental barriers and build resilience. Embracing change isn't just about seeking new experiences. It's about developing a mindset that welcomes the unknown. This mindset helps you become more adaptable and resilient, better equipped to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. When you are not wary of change, you are more likely to seize opportunities as they arise, leading to a more fulfilling and enriched life. Moreover, being open to change boosts your self-confidence. Each new experience reinforces your ability to handle uncertainty and adapt to new situations. This growing confidence, in turn, makes you more willing to step out of your comfort zone in the future. In summary, embracing change is crucial for becoming a high-functioning, self-assured individual. By welcoming new experiences and challenges, you not only enhance your personal growth, but also prepare yourself to thrive in an ever-changing world. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. Recognizing and distancing ourselves from toxic individuals is crucial for our mental and emotional well-being. This awareness isn't about losing hope in humanity, but about protecting ourselves and fostering healthier, more positive relationships. As we've explored today, there are 10 evident signs that an evil person might be nearby, each one a critical reminder to stay vigilant. It's essential to approach these signs with a Stoic mindset, understanding that we can't change others, but we can control our responses and safeguard our peace. Stoicism teaches us resilience and the importance of maintaining our inner tranquility despite external chaos. By identifying these toxic traits early, we can navigate our lives more wisely, ensuring that our circles are filled with individuals who uplift and support us. Remember, it's not just about identifying negativity, but also about nurturing positivity within ourselves and our environments. Practice compassion, self-care, and assertiveness. These are the tools that will help you build and maintain healthy boundaries. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Your engagement not only supports this channel, but also helps others discover this content. Sharing this video with your friends and family can also spread awareness and help others recognize and address toxicity in their lives. Subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights and practical wisdom rooted in ancient philosophy, yet profoundly relevant in today's world. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. We have a lot more wisdom and life lessons coming your way, and we want you to be the first to know. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue our mission of spreading valuable insights and fostering a community of wise, resilient individuals. Let's all strive to be wiser, stronger, and more mindful every day. Until next time, stay safe, stay wise, and remember, the power to create a better life lies within you. Embrace the journey with a Stoic heart.